All right, so Spy Family episode 5.
Yes.
Is it episode 5?
Yeah, I believe it's 5.
Okay. What do you think about it?
What I like about episode 5, and spoiler alert, I don't know if I'll be able to talk about this without spoiling it. Where we talked about, I think episode 2, when the proposal.
Yeah. And you said it was, people preferred it in the manga.
And I felt like they cheaped out on a couple of frames. They eliminated a couple of frames.
Yeah.
I see where some of the budget is going, because when Lloyd was doing what he did in the castle, he was jumping all over the place, the balloons, the explosions,
the
all
guns.
of that. Like the motion was like, it didn't feel like they cheaped out on any of the frames.
Yeah.
And that was really good. Also, there's a lot of suspension of disbelief.
A lot. We really have to believe that this spy organization
trust this.
No, but trust who? Twilight so much. No, but you see how all the people are like, oh my God, it's Twilight. He's so amazing.
You see, the reason why, there's a need to suspend your disbelief with the show, but also...
For sure.
Also...
I mean, to be fair, there's a God that can read minds.
Fair. But they also had this way where they kind of pivoted in such a way and posited in such a way that it's not too far-fetched, because it ended up seeming to the other agents
that there was a reason.
No, not only that was a reason, it was a training exercise. Somebody was like, oh, I get to tussle with Twilight, and okay.
Oh my God, it's him. That's so funny.
So everybody
and get beaten up.
Excited, and they're like, oh, I get to try and stop this guy I've been looking up to this entire time, this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for it. So that kind of spin to it was really, really, really interesting, and they whoever wrote the episode, I don't remember this part in the manga that much, but whoever wrote the episode made sure there was a response to whatever query you would have. For instance, a query I had was that mentally it was like, there's no way the KGB or whatever, they have secret police.
WISE, they're called WISE or something.
Was it WISE? Their organization.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about the enemy organization.
Oh, the enemy.
There's no way they didn't detect all these helicopters.
All this action going on.
And this thing.
And explosions and fireworks.
But prior to that, his friend, the informant, tells him that, it's a blind spot. And
not only that, if you notice, there was stuff left over from the shooting of Spy Wars.
You see? Show,
So, I mean, it could be, hey, Spy Wars is just shooting late at night.
Yeah, but basically the guy goes out of his way to tell us that, it's not a place that is on anybody's radar. So it's like a black spot where you can go.
One of the funniest parts, okay, let's talk about funny moments.
Okay.
Because one of the funny parts is the agents running. And some agents in the back was doing some half Naruto run.
I don't remember.
When they were calling in all the agents and someone
parachuting
speedboats, and they're all coming in.
And everything. Funny moment for me.
Anya,
funny moment for
save me.
Anya and the informant,
the informant was too into it.
Was too.
But you know who was into it more than the informant? No.
Who?
Twilight.
Lloyd?
Yes. If you notice, he was there and he said a witch, and it's like, what happened to your storytelling? A witch, now there's a witch?
No, but you see, he wants to humor Anya regardless.
And when he saved Anya's, and she was like, thank you for saving me, Dad. And it's like, I'm your dad now.
This one. So
he was actually trying to keep to the law.
Yeah, because he also watches the show with her. So he knows. That's why in the previous episode, when she gave the answer, it's like going through the jungle without food for the... He could tell exactly where it was coming from.
Yes. And then the teachers were like, wow, she's so driven.
So he's a serious stickler for details. But my funny scene was when... there was a quiz. The first part, there was a quiz. They were like, we are going to ask you questions. And then she was like, what is Anya thinking right now?
What does she want right now?
In my mind,
Mizu.
In my mind, I was like, it's definitely to see Lloyd wear the full thing.
Yes.
So when he said that, she was like, no, I'm kind of thirsty right now. I want water. He was like, how the hell am I supposed to know that?
I actually think she was smart enough to realize that, you know what? I want him to wear it.
So let me lie. But it was really, really fun. It's really, another funny part for me is how drunk Yor is.
I thought she was about to go all Rock Lee, drunky face.
But what is most interesting is the conversation we had about 2 weeks ago.
Who would win?
Clearly
Yor would win. I
don't think so.
Do you know what I think it is?
What?
Okay, I'll let you give your answer, but I feel like Yor has all of her start points in fighting. Let's say in dexterity and strength. And I feel like someone like Twilight is more balanced. Some stats in strength, some in maybe dexterity, some in more like intelligence, some in like stealth. I feel like probably in different situations, Twilight might be better in a multitude of situations. But I feel like one is you need to beat this person up. I feel like your will be better.
I don't think so. I think Lloyd is a master of all trades. He is a master spy at the top of his, like possibly the best spy. So all his stats are 99, 99, 99. Like
this girl grazed him and cut him.
Because he didn't think they were taking this that seriously.
That's seriously. Yeah.
And keep in mind,
true, he was able to like.
And keep in mind, she was drunk and unrestrained.
Yeah.
So she was fighting.
Yeah.
And he was on the back and like, what part? He was still muddling over the plot. He's like...
True, he wasn't taking it 100% seriously.
Yeah.
But he said, I'm finished at a point.
Because he let his guard down and she was about to get... And that's when her heel...
Yo, she even picked him up with one of the punches.
Boom. See, that's why I was saying that the fluidity... There was this part where she wasn't doing martial arts. She was actually doing boxing. And she had him on the rope. She was digging in.
Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah, she was digging in. I was like, oh yeah, these animators didn't come to play. Yeah. And it was really good. So, rating
for the episode. Yeah. I don't believe in rating episodes numbers number wise. Rating for the episode would be a fun time.
A great time.
Yeah. That's
my rating for the episode is like a good cup of hot chocolate on the rainy. Like it was a very feel good episode. Everything worked perfectly well. All the notes, everything about it worked together. And like right now, I'm still thinking about the informant. He was more into it than Anya.
Yeah,
which made me wonder who was benefiting from this? Because he was the scruffy something. He had this laugh, scruff. I was like, dude, you are too into this.
He's finally got to live out his
fantasies.
I can imagine like he was playing Dungeons and Dragons as a kid, role playing.
But what I will say is that he and Anya's comedy is really, really good. They play off each other really, really nice. And yeah, it's a very great feel good episode.
But I expected the informant to put up a little bit of a fight.
He's an informant. He's not a field agent.
No, but I mean, they're all... Captain America, right? All the people under him, the shield agents, everybody, like, some of them aren't fighters, but they're all trained a little bit. I don't think he's
wise.
He's just like a separate informant.
Yeah, because the way he keeps saying that your company...
But if you've been running around, stealing jewels, firing guns, you should have some basic hands. Yeah. He got knocked down in one hit. From Twilight.
Yeah, so that was there.
And it's like all of them were there. Someone had their fan. It's a message from Twilight.
That part was pretty cool.
They believe in him so much. Like he's like Twilight.
Like increasingly.
Yeah.
Now, if this is another rant.
Yeah.
If Netflix wanted to take anything to do live action, this is it.
SpyXFamily is it.
It's so easy to consume for the international market.
Yeah.
It would be extremely successful. And you know the funniest part? What? I would not want Hollywood to do it. I would want this thing, the Hallyu, which is Koreans. I would actually want Koreans to be the one to execute that.
True. But then they do it with Korean actors though.
Yeah, they'll do it with Korean actors. I feel like, the reason why I say Korean actors is because it's not like if you've watched any Japanese movies, a lot of Japanese movies are like distilled corn syrup, right? Distilled corn syrup served up to you up front. The way voice actors in the anime talk in the anime, that's how Japanese actors act.
Yes.
So they bring all the campiness and everything to bear, full force and everything. And it can get a bit much. It can get very...
But SpyXFamily doesn't have a lot of that over voice acting, like that eccentric voice acting.
Yeah, it doesn't. But that's why I think the Koreans know what they're doing.
But speaking about this, right? Fine, SpyXFamily is set in...
a fantastical...
fantasy Europe.
Yeah, Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin.
You lost your train of thought.
No, I tried to remember the name of... Oh my God, people are going to say...
Of who?
Full Metal Alchemist. See, you watch something like Full Metal Alchemist, and you can tell the race of the people.
Yes.
You can tell these people are European. These people are probably like East Asian or something.
Yeah.
You can tell that these people are.
Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You could tell, right? Yor looks Asian to me.
Yeah, Yor looks Asian. Lloyd doesn't.
Lloyd looks European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm saying I don't want Hollywood to do it is that Hollywood, I feel, will take it too seriously. The great thing about, which is very contrary.
The great thing about what?
You are going to have a field day with this.
Okay.
The great
field
thing
day in 3.
Yeah, the great thing about Spy Family and its comedy is bathos. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is a long-standing argument Selasi and I have. But it's bathos that's done so well.
Yeah.
And it is bathos that's done so well because you take it seriously, but you don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
And I've watched enough Korean shows to see how
their kind of vibe.
That's their kind of vibe, where there's a serious thing going on and they are able to just undercut it with humor.
Was Squid Game like that? I haven't watched
Squid Game wasn't like that. If there's a Korean show you want to watch that carries that across, there's one called on Netflix. It's called Strong Girl Do Bonsung.
I've seen you watch it.
Yes, where she has super strength.
Yeah.
So it's a serious situation, but the mere fact that it's this tiny girl who has super strength and she's manhandling all these people, it's battles, and it makes it's funny. It's very well executed. Hollywood has an issue for me. Either they make it Austin Powers or they make it 007.
Okay.
There's not a lot of midway nuance.
Was it
Johnny English is not.
Yes, that's what I was
Johnny
going
English
to say.
doesn't take it serious enough. So the only one that does it well, which is why I was saying that is the best this thing for me, is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. has that nuance.
So you know what? Let me ask you this question. You've mentioned Johnny English, 007, blah blah blah, Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Who is the greatest spy in media?
Greatest spy in media. What are the metrics we are using?
Whatever metric you want. So if you look at Sean Connery, right?
Yeah.
007, the smoothness, the suaveness.
Okay, so you're even talking about the variations of the execution of James Bond as well.
Yes. No, so we're not counting James Bond as one person.
Okay.
Oh no, we definitely have to. I mean, is it canon? James Bond isn't one person in the...
He is.
It's a designation, isn't it? A
no,
designation.
In the books, I think he's one person.
In the movies, though,
they
know that this is a 007 and this is the new 007. Or is it supposed to be the story of one person?
No, in the movies, 007 is the assignment.
Yeah.
James Bond is his real name.
True.
Yeah,
so
because
James
Skyfall,
Bond.
he goes back to...
And all the 007s have been James Bond.
No, all the 007s are not James Bond, because if you watch Spectre...
Daniel Craig, is he called James Bond?
Yeah, he's called James... Yeah.
So they're all James Bond.
They're all James
So they're all
Bond.
meant to be the same person.
Pretty much.
Oh, then he's the greatest spy of all time.
Very varied interpretations of the character.
Yeah.
Greatest spy?
Greatest spy in media.
I would like to say Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt is...
Mission Impossible.
Oh,
But is he a spy? That's my thing with Ethan.
He's an agent.
He's an agent.
Yeah,
Is he a
thief
spy?
/ agent.
Because he don't be spying much. He don't be...
None of these spies are spying.
No, like Daniel Craig wasn't spying.
Nah,
Nowadays.
yeah.
But Pierce Brosnan was spying.
No, wait. Do any of them actually just spy?
No, when you say just spy, like, there's this connotation of a spy where you're suave, you're cool, you're doing a lot of investigation.
Yes, but you do that so you can investigate.
Yeah, and
you
then
can
you
get
break
into
in,
places, find information, get out with the information.
Ethan does that, but he also causes a lot of high stakes, like super high stakes situations that a spy shouldn't do, because that defeats the purpose of you being a spy.
Yeah.
Lloyd is so great a spy because he does everything and nobody's the wiser.
So you're saying that these spies are like ninjas in anime?
Yeah, like
they're supposed to be stealthy,
you're supposed to be
in and out, and you're here doing killing, calling dragons down from the sky.
Yeah. So, but this is a very good question. I think those in the comment section should let us know
who's the greatest
spy.
I think I would give it to the most resourceful spy. Maybe I would give it to Jason Bourne, if you can consider him a spy.
Yeah.
He's quite resourceful, useful,
Especially considering the fact that the story starts with him having lost his memories. But his muscle memory never left.
Oh, man, what's the name of this show we used to watch? Nikita.
I never really enjoyed it.
Okay, anyway, Charlie, we're going off topic.
Yeah. So yeah, all in all,
brilliant episode.
Yeah, brilliant episode.
SpyXFamily.
Yeah, great
amazing.
episode.
Yeah.